Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Impatient Ward, and today I wanted to do a tour of my personal survival world. Now, we do have one on this channel going as a Let's Play, but this is the personal one that I was working on just in my spare time, so I'll tell you a little bit about what there is around me. So this is the mesa, and it's hooked up to a farm just down there. And you go through the mesa. I just wanted to show you the nether first, and then we can go and get into my buildings. So you come through here, and we'll go down here through the nether to our base. It's not too long of a trek, but the mesas are always, well, usually pretty difficult to find, so it was a little bit of a distance for me to go. I hope you guys are all doing well and taking care. I know I haven't had many videos out, but last week was my birthday, so on my 2 days off of work, I actually went out with my boyfriend and we did some stuff for my birthday. So I didn't get any time to record or edit any videos, and I do apologize for that, but you can look forward to many more episodes of the Minecraft Let's Play, as well as many other games. I'm starting to think about doing some horror games, maybe play some Far Cry. And if you guys have any game suggestions, leave them down below and I will definitely check them out. I also want to do a shout out to Wicked Links Gaming. He is an absolutely amazing person, and he started his own YouTube channel as well, and I'm currently watching his Medium series, or the Medium series, and it's really good. So I think I might end up buying it and doing a series here for myself on my channel for you guys. So this is my shelter outside my base because there's always ghasts at my base. The typical stuff, I got my ender chest, just my chests here. And then we'll go through here and then we'll end up at my base. Now, something to keep in mind is that everything here was done in survival. Yes, it could have been much better, but again, it's all survival mode. So we come out here, we go here, and this is the first base that was ever built. That's the tree house, and we're gonna go in here, and I'm just gonna quickly sleep for the night. I'd much rather things not spawn on me while I'm trying to show you guys around. I believe I do still have a bed here. This is my old house, so I don't really go in here very much. Those are cats, and I have learned that I really do not like the cats in this game. They are super duper annoying. So let's go outside here. So this is the first house. This was the starter base. So you guys can see how when I said that my starter base in my Let's Play series is the smallest that I've ever made, let alone as a starter base. This is the smallest starter base I have ever made. Unless it's a tiny little hole in the ground with dirt, this is my starter bases. So here's my enchanting setup, and here is the kitchen. It's pretty simple, it doesn't look very good because I didn't want to spend a lot of time on a starter base. Here's just kind of a little bit of organization for all the stuff that I had. Most of the stuff I moved into my new house. I do still have some valuables in here and just some random blocks, stuff like that. Another ender chest, so we'll come out here and this is what it looks like out the front. I'm actually going to show you guys the tree house first just because it's near here. So we come out here, that's where the ender portal is again. There's stairs up to a balcony where there's a hot tub up there. We'll go through here. This is the vegetable farm. And this is kind of an overview of the tree house. Woo. So we'll take the water elevator up. And this is something I did at the beginning of the series, obviously, because it's actually hooked up to the starter base. So this is the tree house that I built. I'm actually somewhat proud of it. It doesn't look too bad in my personal opinion. We'll come up here. You can either go in through the middle or around. Usually I just go in through the middle. It's much quicker. This is floor 1. There's not much here. It just goes out to a branch. And then if we keep going up, this is the second floor. This is where there's a balcony and just some extra things like a hanging seating area. And I'm pretty sure that's it on this floor, just random tree branches coming out. We'll continue up. The third floor, this is the most important floor. If we come out here, we go to the left. This was my storage area. Now, this was more of a beginning storage area, as I did have plans to do a massive self-sorting storage room. I guess it's just one room, but it would be really big, right? So this is just where I keep extra blocks and, you know, those extra arrows, extra bones, those saddles, because we're constantly getting more saddles and name tags. I had somebody named Ruth. And extra stuff from the end. So this is the storage room. We can keep going up here. And there's not much up here. I just continued the tree just so it looked more balanced and a good height. So that's that. I do have a bed there as well, so we can set respawn point. And we'll go back down here. Oh, this one's not hooked up to the inside ladder. I'll go back down. There we go. Okay, now that we're back down here, if you come to the left, this is, well, I'm sure you guys can figure it out. These red bricks are absolutely brutal to get, guys. You have to make nether bricks and then get nether wart and combine them together. And on survival, it is brutal. Even with Fortune 3, it was brutal. I got a lot of creatures in here. I'll just turn that on there. There we go. So this is... okay, so this is an XP farm. I'm not quite sure why I'm not getting the XP right now. I think it's just a glitch in the game, honestly, because for some reason it was always working before until now. And there's a little skelly there. So what happens is there's actually a trident in there. Ugh. There's a trident in there, and that's what's bouncing around between the sticky pistons and killing them. You just flick that switch, you stand here, and the XP floats here between the stairs. You come down here, and this is what falls, and then it just goes into the chest here. So that, did I just see? Oh, okay, I thought I saw a zombie there. So that's that. It's about, I think it's, oh gosh, I can't even remember. It's been a few months. 3 or 4 layers high here. Yeah, 3 or 4 layers high. So that's a really good XP farm. And then if you come over here behind, this is an extension, and this is the different tree types. Just every tree has their own separate island, like that. It's really helpful because then you don't have trees growing all over the ground, and it looks much more organized in my opinion. I guess we will go, yeah, we can go to my base. So this is the current mega base that I have been working on. And it's been a long time. It's been like, I'd say half a year of me working on it. But again, keep in mind, it is all survival. Right? So it takes a very, very long time to collect all the cobblestone and make all the concrete and all the glass. Everything. So if we come out front here, I went to the mesa that I showed you in the beginning of the episode. I got a ton of sand and I started making it around with the red sand. And then I put a ton of lily pads as kind of like a bridge up to it. And this is my current mega base I have been working on. So outside front here, we have a little sitting area with a fireplace. We have my boat and just some towers. There's no side doors or anything yet. And then here's the main door, and this is what it looks like when you walk in. Just like that. So these are where I keep all my extra shulker boxes and extra supplies, my soul sand that I've gathered, all the concrete that I'm currently making, all the scaffolding that I used to build, some bone meal because to dye the concrete I have to use pink flowers. So all that stuff is here. Just extra storage stuff. This is when I first started building it and mapping it out. And that amount is filled in, and that's pretty much it. Like, it's not even finished yet, right? It takes a pretty long time in survival. All right, so you come outside here, I know, through the window. It was a temporary thing, and then I just kind of left it because I thought it was super handy and convenient. Over here we have a random shed. Here is my horse. Her name is Radish. It's my horse Radish. I know, funny, eh? This is my barn that I made for her. We come over here. This is my bee farm. I got 3 hives going. Mostly because the candle update came out and I was super excited to get all the candles. This is a tower that I made, and it was more so when you look from the front you can see more depth. And then I believe the top I'm gonna make a helicopter pad type thing for when we fly with the elytra. I think that's what I was going to do. I was kind of bouncing back between different ideas, but I think that's ultimately what I'm going to do. I have some bamboo growing here just so I can constantly make scaffolding. It's getting to be dark here. This is my cow farm. I did recently kill a lot, but we're a little overpopulated. I'm just gonna hop over here and sleep for the night, and then we'll continue in the morning. And this is the little area that my boyfriend wanted to make. I told him I started making the mega base, and I said, why don't you come over and make your own room? And he decided to make it outside. And I said, you know what? All right, you can do whatever you want. And then he did a glass basement, so I showed him how to use the sponges and stuff. And then there's an upstairs here, and then another one just to the roof. It's kind of cute. I let him do his thing. I thought it was adorable. Okay, so this is the waterfall that I made, and I made another one out front there as well. This is what I based my current Let's Play waterfall on. Now this was completely, I just kind of threw it together. I was playing one day and I really wanted to do it. And so that's what I came up with. I'm sure other people have done it, but that's just personally what I came up with. I did not look online. So I'm sure there's a lot better ones, but you know, it's unique and it's mine. So that's what I came up with. Some of the towers I just hollowed out, put some doors in. And you can go to the top there. There's just some trees growing up there with some grass. That's pretty much it up there. There's nothing really there. It's just kind of lit up so things don't spawn. It's more for looks. But you can go up there and, you know, shoot arrows and stuff. Another boat because I'm constantly losing them. And just my chest of my materials and stuff. We'll come in here. This is the back room to the house. So I made a little geode corner here. I thought it was kind of cute. And then that waterfall just takes you up to the roof. And here I have my axolotl. There she is. I named her Blossom. And she was the first axolotl that I ever caught when the update came out. Now this stuff was built, most of it was built in 1.16, then 1.17 was released, so I had to travel very, very, very far just to get the moss blocks, and yeah, it was a journey, but I did it. And once you get one, then you're good. So I did find at least one moss block, which I'm very thankful for. So here's some candles I was playing around when it came out on Bedrock. Some candles there. This I recently added in as a storage system. I was going to do that big self-sorting storage room. I still might do it, but temporarily I needed blocks in here, so that's what I did. I'll probably keep this and put the most commonly used stuff here, like dirt and gravel and all that kind of stuff. Not gravel, I hate gravel. Dirt and cobblestone, I mean, and some sand and some food. My enchanting stuff, just the common stuff that I use, and then everything else like extra arrows and bones and stuff that you don't really use, I can put in the self-sorting room. So there's that. That's the chandelier I made, and there's also a geode up here that I made that kind of, I made it to like look like it was destroying the house. And then over here I just made a stairwell. This is pretty recent, that's why it hasn't really turned yet, or oxidized, I mean. We'll go up here. And this was a pain to make. Oh my gosh, I never realized spiral staircases were so freaking annoying. Alright, so we come up here. I just got some extra lighting and stuff. This is the geode. I thought it would look cool if I decorated it with the blue lighting. And then I realized that the blue lighting honestly doesn't produce that much light. So I had to spam it. And then I ended up still having to put torches in. So that's that. Glowberries. And I have a tree growing down into my house. Yeah, okay. I'll have to look into that. So if you go up here, this is just the rooftop. I don't really understand this. If you put the tree here, why is it growing downwards? I don't really get that, but that's that. There's nothing too exciting up here, just some saplings and some flowers. It was more for looks, so when you look from far away, you can see some trees and nature and stuff. So we'll go back down here. We'll go back down to the bottom. So that's pretty much the mega base right now. I'm still working on the outline and building it. It's taken a very long time. Most of it is the materials and getting the constant amount of cobblestone. That takes a very long time. My extra trident. This is where I keep my extra food. This is my kitchen. And these are cats. I saw a witch and I saw a black cat, and I decided just to steal its cat. I kind of regret it. I mean, they look really cool, but they're super annoying, and that's when I decided I don't want cats. There's a trader, of course. They're always annoying. So we'll come out of the mega base here. It doesn't, I mean, when you look from far, even up close, it is really big. Like, definitely bigger than average. But it doesn't seem that big inside. I think that's just because I haven't, like, closed it in and gone all the way around yet. I'm still working on it. There's still part of a roof and stuff. So if we come this way, oh, that's the first waterfall I ever did. If we come this way, I just have some glowberries growing. That's when the update came out. I was super excited about that, so I got some glowberries there. Excuse me, and we'll go here. You'll start to see green bubbles form around me. Floating tree. That's going to really bother me. I didn't even know that was there. So there's the beacon, and I did it so it's like a double bounce. Now, the reason why the beacon is there, let me see. Okay, there we go. So what ended up happening is for the first time ever, I spawned, I don't even know what they're called. That flying thing. It's not the Ender Dragon. Oh, the Wither. The Wither? I think so. I spawned a Wither, and I spawned it underground in a small area, and then I did not realize that it was going to break blocks. So it just like exploded the entire area. And that was the aftermath. It was really bad. A lot of this is patched up because it went up through the earth. And it took it took a long time to fix. But I decided to do an obsidian place. That way I could try to beat it in the obsidian. I'm hoping that works. I honestly never tested it yet, so I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if it doesn't work down below, because I don't really want to test my luck. But that's the beacon. There's not much down here. This is where I started getting my cobblestone for my house. Just because there was, yeah, massive hole here. Let's go up. So this is where I keep all my nitwits or villagers, and this is just when I do the transition from zombie to, you know, the nitwits with the golden apple and stuff. That was is my nether farm with all the trees. I've been using the wood a lot, so that's why there's none really there right now. That has grown. This is my nitwit house. There's floating workstations because I was, you know, creating mending and everything for really cheap. And there's an iron golem now. Great. Okay, well, I'll just leave you guys alone. And it's just blocked in with a fence. And the good thing is I now have the double jump for the beacon. I did have a carpet here before I got the beacon, but they were still escaping. They were like jumping on chests and workstations and getting out. And it was starting to drive me a little nuts. And then they would come outside and literally not figure out how to get to their bed for nighttime. They would just stand here and just stare into the wall. Over here I have all my sheep and all my colored wool. I've been using some to build with. You come behind here, and this is my skelly and zombie farm that I found and made. So this, just so I can de-enchant, get some levels, cook some stuff up, use their constant bow and arrows and stuff as fuel. And this is pretty much it. I used the new tinted glass here. They'll spawn, they'll start coming here. Actually, it works really quickly for XP because the amount that spawn is ridiculous. So, once they start coming, there, I can hear them. Yep, here they come. And then there'll be skellies coming from here. Yep. So it actually works really, really good. There's my garbage disposal. And this is just the way up to the actual spawners. It's not too interesting, so I won't show you that. I think the last biggest thing to show you would be the library. So I just put some wheat over here because I moved the sheep over here. This is the library I built. I can't really decide if I like it or don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love it, but it could just be because I don't really like the dark oak. But inside, I really do like it. Enchanting stuff. Here's the enchanting setup. Extra bookshelves, extra books. There will be chickens constantly around just because I'm always throwing their eggs. More bookshelf storage, a bed. We may as well sleep for the night so we don't spawn anything. There we go. Okay, extra stuff, more bookshelves. That leads up to a storage area, but you can also get to it through here. And this is the brewing station where everything used to brew is here. Bottles, that kind of stuff. Ender chest, of course. More wart. And then I have my extra potions and extra enchanting stuff here. Most of it's in my house, though, in that storage area. And that's pretty much it for this. I thought it turned out really good. I like the way that I did it. It was actually, I did it pretty quickly, too. I kind of knew what I wanted to do. Well, I didn't know what I wanted to do in my mind. I find it takes me a lot longer if I find something off the internet and I'm like, ooh, I want to do something like that. And then I kind of sit there and I try to make it exact or particular, and it just takes way too long. So I'd rather just do my own thing. Just some watermelon for glistening melons, some random storage. There's no buildings or anything back there. Clearly there's an Enderman though. More nether wart. All this stuff was used to make the bricks. I did have snowmen in here. Unfortunately, they ended up dying. But that's what was in there. This was kind of like a fishing hut. And so I got lots of animals in my boat, clearly. Some berries, my sugar cane. This is when the new update came out. I tried to grow this, and then I realized it does not grow like regular vines. I kind of wish it did because I don't like the way it grows. It just kind of spreads, but it doesn't hang. I think it would look really cool if it was like this kind of vines, but that's what we got there. That was used to make like mossy cobblestone and stuff. This was my first ever animal farm, just some cows. This one was actually, what was this one? This was sheep. Originally, this was sheep. Okay. Then all the chickens found their way in, and they haven't stopped laying since. And then there's some piggies here. I don't really use them. I mostly just survive off of baked potatoes and steak. But that's pretty much it, guys. This is my own personal one that I've been working on for a while. Oh, and I got a tunnel there. There's tons of tunnels underground. I guess I should show you. There's also... This was like a parking area at one time. I think a creeper blew it up. If you come under here, there's like a secret... I can be a little gory sometimes. Okay, so it's like blood and chains and a saw. It's like a torture chamber. But anywho, I know, besides the point. There's more tunnels down there for caving. And all my tunnels, if you dig like straight down anywhere, you'll pretty much hit a tunnel under my house, which is good because most of it is lit up then. And that's why we get so many spawning and all our spawn stuff, which is awesome because we get so much XP. Oh, you know what? The reason why the roof is like this, by the way, guys, is because it was really good, but then lightning hit. And lightning hit when I wasn't even at home. Okay? I was like in the mesa or, I don't know, somewhere. And I heard lightning, and I came back to the house. It took a long time for me to get back, but once I came back, my house was on fire. And a lot of it was, like the whole upstairs was destroyed and the roof. I fixed the upstairs, but the roof I really didn't bother to fix because it's not like I lived here anyway, and who really cares about the aesthetics of that when you have a really cool floating tree house and a cool mega base coming along. So that's it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed just my little walkthrough here of my own personal one. We'll continue in the survival let's play on my channel. Leave comments below if there's any games you want me to play. I'm thinking about doing Far Cry, maybe The Medium, maybe some horror games. I never play horror games. I never watch horror movies, so I feel like that'll be very, very interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't say I will scream and freak out, but I will definitely have a lot of jump scares. I'm just kind of that way. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care, and I will see you guys later. Bye.